Flamingos are tall pink birds that love to stand in shallow water. These magnificent birds, known for their striking appearance and unique behaviors, are a source of wonder and fascination for people all around the world. Imagine a beautiful, sunny day at a calm lake, where the water gently laps at the shore. There you might see them, a vibrant splash of pink against the blue and green of their natural habitat, standing elegantly on their slender legs. They prefer these shallow water environments, like lagoons and wetlands, because it makes it easy for them to find food and stay safe from predators that might be lurking on dry land. The water keeps them cool under the warm sun and provides them with everything they need to thrive. Their height is impressive, with some species reaching up to 5 feet tall, making them one of the tallest birds in the world. Their long legs are not just for show. They allow the flamingos to wade into deeper water than many other birds, giving them access to more food sources that are out of reach for smaller competitors. It's a truly spectacular sight to behold these tall, pink birds congregating together, creating a breathtaking living landscape. They get their pink color from the food they eat, like tiny shrimp. This is one of the most famous and interesting facts about flamingos, and it's a perfect example of the saying, "You are what you eat." When a flamingo is born, it isn't pink at all. Baby flamingos, also called chicks, are actually born with soft, downy feathers that are either gray or white. The transformation to their iconic pink, orange, or reddish hue happens gradually as they start eating their adult diet. Their food, which includes things like brine shrimp, blue-green algae, small insects, mollusks, and crustaceans, is rich in natural pigments called carotenoids. These are the same pigments that give carrots their orange color and make ripe tomatoes red. The more carotenoids a flamingo consumes, the more vibrant its color becomes. This is why the shade of pink can vary so much between different flamingo populations, depending on the specific food available in their local environment. A flamingo's color is a direct indicator of its health and diet. A brightly colored flamingo is usually a well-fed and strong one. A flamingo often stands on one leg to rest. It looks like a dancer. This iconic pose is not just for looking graceful and elegant, although they certainly do look like ballet dancers balancing perfectly in the water. Scientists have studied this behavior for a long time and have a few interesting theories about why they do it. One of the main reasons is to conserve body heat. By tucking one leg up close to its warm body, it cuts the amount of heat it loses in half. This is especially important when they are resting or sleeping for long periods. This means they don't have to use their muscles to stay balanced, allowing them to stand effortlessly on one leg for hours at a time, even while they are sleeping. So, the next time you see a flamingo striking this pose, you'll know it's not just showing off its balance, it's being smart and efficient. Flamingos have long, bendy necks that help them reach food in the water. Their neck is one of their most distinctive features, besides their color and legs. This S-shaped neck is like a built-in multi-tool that helps the flamingo in many aspects of its life. Its primary function is for feeding. Because flamingos have such long legs, they need an equally long neck to be able to reach the ground or the bottom of the shallow water where their food is located. They can bend and twist their necks in almost any direction to scan for tasty morsels, hiding in the mud and water. But their bendy necks are also used for other important activities. They use them for preening, which is the process of cleaning and straightening their feathers to keep them in top condition. For flight and insulation, they can twist their heads all the way around to reach every single feather. Their necks are also crucial in their social interactions and elaborate courtship dances, where they stretch, bow, and move their heads in synchronized patterns to communicate with other flamingos and attract a mate. This long, graceful neck is truly essential for their survival and social life. Their curved beaks act like a scoop to filter out yummy snacks. A flamingo's beak is another marvel of natural engineering, perfectly designed for its unique way of eating. It's large, bent sharply in the middle, and works upside down. When a flamingo feeds, it lowers its head, so its beak is inverted in the water. The large lower part of the beak acts as a base, while the smaller upper part functions like a lid. The edges of the beak are lined with bristly, comb-like plates called lamellae. The flamingo uses its thick, powerful tongue to pump water in and out of its beak at a rapid pace, sometimes up to 5 times per second. As the water is forced out, the lamellae act as a tiny filter, trapping the small shrimp, algae, and insects that the flamingo loves to eat while letting the water and mud flow back out. It's an incredibly efficient system that allows them to sift through large amounts of water and mud to find enough food to sustain themselves. So, their strangely shaped beak isn't strange at all. It is a highly specialized tool that allows them to thrive on a diet of tiny organisms that other birds might not be able to access. Flamingos live in big groups called flocks, sometimes thousands of birds. These birds are incredibly social and are rarely ever seen alone. They prefer to live in large communities, which are technically called colonies or flotillas, but are more commonly known as flocks. These groups can range in size from just a few dozen individuals to massive gatherings of tens of thousands, or in some cases, even over 1 million flamingos. Living in such a large group offers many advantages. One of the biggest benefits is safety in numbers. With so many eyes and ears on the lookout, it's very difficult for a predator to sneak up on the flock without being noticed. If a threat is detected, a single alarm call can alert the entire group, giving them all a chance to escape. This collective defense is crucial for their survival. These large groups also help with finding food and raising their young. They perform their amazing courtship rituals together in large, synchronized displays, and they nest close together in vast cities made of mud mounds. This highly social lifestyle is a fundamental part of what it means to be a flamingo, creating spectacular scenes of a vast, moving sea of pink. Baby flamingos are gray or white, not pink. They turn pink as they grow. As mentioned earlier, the journey to becoming a beautiful pink flamingo is a gradual one. When flamingo chicks hatch from their eggs, they are covered in soft, fluffy down feathers that are either a dull gray or a stark white. They look very different from their vibrant parents. For the first few months of their lives, these chicks are fed a special, highly nutritious liquid called crop milk produced by both the mother and the father. This milk is bright red and is extremely rich in fats and proteins, but it does not contain the pigments that will turn their feathers pink. As the chicks grow older and stronger, they begin to wade into the water and learn to find their own food, just like their parents. As they start consuming the algae and crustaceans full of carotenoid pigments, their feathers slowly begin to change. With each molt, where they shed their old feathers and grow new ones, the pink color becomes more and more pronounced. It can take up to 3 years for a young flamingo to achieve the full, brilliant pink coloration of an adult. This transformation is a beautiful and visible sign of the flamingo's journey, from a dependent chick to a mature, healthy adult. Flamingos are gentle and calm, spending lots of time waiting and feeding. Despite their large size and sometimes noisy gatherings, flamingos are generally peaceful and non-aggressive birds. Their daily routine is a relaxed one, centered around finding food, resting, and preening their feathers. They spend a significant portion of their day, often several hours, with their heads down in the water, diligently filtering for food. They move slowly and deliberately through the shallows, their long legs carrying them with a serene grace. When they are not feeding, they are often seen resting, standing quietly on one or both legs, sometimes with their head tucked under a wing to take a nap. They are very social, but their interactions are typically calm. They communicate through a variety of calls that can sound like honking or grunting, especially when they are in their large flocks, but they rarely fight. This gentle temperament allows thousands of them to live together in close quarters, with relatively little conflict. Their tranquil nature and graceful movements make watching them a truly calming and mesmerizing experience, offering a peaceful glimpse into the natural world. They love warm places like lakes, lagoons, and wetlands. Flamingos are true sun seekers and are found in tropical and subtropical regions all around the world. You won't find them in cold, icy climates. They thrive in areas with warm weather and large bodies of shallow, salty, or alkaline water. Their ideal habitats include vast saline or alkaline lakes, expansive mudflats, mangrove swamps, and coastal lagoons. These specific types of environments are perfect for them because they support the growth of the brine shrimp and blue-green algae that make up the bulk of their diet. Some of the most famous flamingo habitats are the Great Salt Lakes of Africa's Great Rift Valley, the Caribbean islands, the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, and high-altitude lakes in the Andes Mountains of South America. These locations provide the perfect combination of warmth, water, and an abundant food supply. The water in these areas can often be too salty or caustic for other animals, which means flamingos have less competition for food and fewer predators to worry about, making these seemingly harsh environments a perfect paradise for them. When flamingos fly, they stretch out their long legs and wings, looking very graceful. Although they spend most of their time wading in the water, flamingos are also powerful flyers. Seeing a flock of flamingos take to the sky is an unforgettable sight. To get airborne, they need to get a running start, almost like an airplane on a runway, flapping their wings and running across the surface of the water to build up enough speed for takeoff. Once they are in the air, their appearance is completely transformed. They fly with their long necks stretched straight out in front of them, and their equally long legs trailing straight out behind. This fully extended posture makes their silhouette unmistakable against the sky. They typically fly in large flocks, often in V formations or long, wavy lines, and the sight of hundreds of pink birds with their black-tipped wings beating in unison is breathtaking. Their flight is not just beautiful, it's also essential for their survival, allowing them to migrate long distances between feeding and breeding grounds as seasons and food availability change. Their grace on the ground is matched, if not surpassed, by their elegance in the air.